Hi, this is Deborah from the Labyrinth, and I just wanted to make a little video on beginner's spells. How do you go about doing a spell? This has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with your spiritual path. A spell is a spell is a spell. I don't care what anybody says, okay? The first thing you want to do is you want to figure out, okay, what do I want to do the spell for? Now, a lot of people say, oh, good luck. Well, that's too vague. You have to be specific. Or, I don't know, I want to be happy. That's not specific either. First, figure out what you want to do the spell for. Personally, I only do spells if it's a really dire situation of where I've exhausted everything on the physical plane by talking and doing, on the mental plane of thinking before acting, and then on the emotional plane so that my crazy emotions don't get in the way. You see, you want to exhaust everything on every level before you do a spell. Okay. Now, to do an effective spell, you want to be able to figure out what you want to do. And I personally like to write down an outline, okay? Now, spells can be done in many different ways. You could use candles, you could use stones, you could use herbs, you could use, you could write it down, make a sigil. There's so many ways to do a spell, but this video is going to be about a simple written spell, because to me, that's the easiest one that I could do. You say it, you write it down, you say it, you light a candle, you burn it. Done. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of effort. So once you've decided what you want, now you got to figure out when to do it. And this is really important. And a lot of people don't realize this. You want to send your energy out, because you're sending energy out with a spell. You want to send it out to where it's going to float on the river up there, right? And it won't be like a salmon swimming upstream. So you want to go with the energies, with the energy flow of the season and of the month, okay? So I suggest that you look up on the witch's calendar, on the witch's date book. There's also other date books out there. I just bought one because I didn't get a 2022 witch's calendar. I don't know what I did with it when I moved. So I had to order one. It's a planner. And every day it tells you what phase the moon is in, what astrology sign the moon is in. And it also shows when the moon goes void, because you don't want to do a spell when the moon goes void, okay? The void means in between the astrological signs. It's like a black hole. You don't want to do that. So you're going to look at your calendar. You're going to say, okay, what's the best time for me to do this spell? Do I want to do it on a full moon? Let me see if that's good. Do I want to do it on a new moon? A lot of people do work on a full moon for everything, and other people do work on a new moon so that it comes to fruition on a full moon, but I don't do that because now you're putting a time limit on the universe, and the universe is going to do this. So in my mind, a spell is good anytime, okay? Just make sure the moon is not void, of course. That's it. And you want to watch the power flow as to how your energy is going to respond to the energy that's out there already. You want it to carry it to its destination. The other thing you want to look at are correspondences. Now, correspondences are things that go with. So say I did a spell the other day for, just to give a push for a legal matter to go through. Right? So what I did is I looked up the day, I looked up the time. That's the other thing, is the time. I like to do things like 3, 6, 9, 12, 11, 7. To me, those mean something, those numbers. So again, you want to make sure on your calendar that the timing is right. Then you want to get all the correspondences. You want to get any herb that goes with it, or I had to decide, okay, this is a spell I want to do. This is the time I want to do it. How do I want to do it? That's the next. So first is what, then is when, and then is how. So the how was, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to write it down and burn it? Do I want to light a candle? What do I want to do? Well, I like lighting candles and I like burning stuff, so I think I'll do that. So I sat down at the table a couple days before and I decided to write my spell out. Now, my spells always have the same beginning and the same end. Okay, the beginning is, you're saying to spirit, hello. Okay, in so many words. I'm not going to give you what mine is. And then the end is always a closing of thank you. Those are the two that always stay the same. The second paragraph, and you have to make it rhyme. I'm sorry, if you don't make it rhyme, it's not going to flow off the tongue. You want to make it rhyme as to what led to this situation, and make it short and sweet, just one sentence, okay? Then the next sentence is going to be, okay, what do you want? How do you want it to go? And then the third one is, okay, this is how it's going to be. And then the fourth stanza is thank you and goodbye. So just make sure that you have it written out, and you might tweak it 5 or 6 times, cross out some words, that's fine. And then when you have it finished, I write mine on a piece of parchment, because parchment is virgin paper. No one has ever written on it. It's not been recycled. It doesn't have anyone else's energies in it. Now, when I'm done with my spell, I usually take one line and I make it the chant, okay? So the chant is like right to the point of what I want. Maybe 4 or 5 words, that's that's it. Because I'm going to chant that after I read that spell. I'm now going to start my chant, and that is how I'm raising energy. And make sure you do this in a contained space, in a sacred space, whatever your philosophy may be. You don't want to just have your energy just flowing out all over the place. You want to have it contained. So as I'm doing this chant, the energy is being raised, and then when it's to its peak, then it is released to its goal. And then you just wait. That's how it goes. So a spell can be done with minimal tools, with minimal supplies, and they can be done very easily or as complicated as you want. The ones on the TikTok and Facebook, don't even bother. Your own spells mean more because you wrote it and it's about your situation. It's not like a cookbook and you copy someone else's spell. If I'm looking for a spell, because I have a book of 5,000 spells, I'll look up a spell, like say in the general arena of what is used and the mechanics for it, and then I make my own. I never have copied someone else's spell because that's their spell. You see what I'm saying? It's not like a recipe and you could bake the same cake. I don't know about you. I've tried recipes and they never come out the same. So it's the same thing with spells. So I hope this has helped some of you new people out there that are thinking about what is a spell. Really, what a spell is you're using your energy to make a change in the universe. That's all you're doing, okay? And a spell is not bad. It's who's doing the spell, if it's good intent or if it is not good intent. So, you know, if you want to do a spell, say to get a job, well, you're going to write resumes, you're going to go on interviews, you're going to make sure that you have the experience and the education for that job. Now, say that you've exhausted all those things and you still don't have a job, now do a spell for a job, for you to cross a path with a job, one that's suitable to you. That's what spells are for. Spells are not to bend things totally in half and make this, that. No, it's a push is what it is, in my mind. So if you have any comments or you have any questions, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment. And if you would like to get in touch with me, please give me a call at 239-939-2769. And I'm at the House of Spirits on Fridays and Saturday afternoons. Thank you, and bye-bye.